Kumusta? I am ZJ Goliogo, and we're gonna take a look at my collection of plushies as of now. As you can see, they're all diverse, of all different characters, and I will talk about each and one of them and the history of how I obtained them. Well, more like how my family obtained them. Before I was born, these were plushies that my brother had. Like, usually most of these, it's likely that they were gifts from my brother when he was a baby. As you can see how old they look, and look at that. I did not realize it still has a tag. It says license. This must be really old. Yeah. Yeah, how did I not realize there's still a tag on this thing? What the fuck? Okay, next one. I guess someone got this from Universal Studios, as you can see by iHeart Universal Studios TM. I'm not sure where this is from, but my brother had it. Now we're at the time where I have now been born, and these are plushies that we got. And most of these plushies were gotten from aquariums from Monterey, or I think it was Monterey. It was a long time. I was a baby back then, and we got these things because they were cute. And just like this ugly ghost, as you can see by the tag and thing, we got this because it looks cute. It looks cute. I think. Yeah, my brother had. I'm not sure what happened to the other ugly dolls. Maybe they were given away, or they're like somewhere in my siblings' rooms. But this one I had to show you. That's the ugly doll I have. And I was surprised to see that there was a movie about the ugly dolls. It looks uninteresting. Yeah. And I got this Winnie the Pooh bear. I think it originally belonged to my sister. As you can see, it's supposed to be a toy for her when she was a little baby. As you can tell by the clothing that Pooh has, it's a baby clothing. It's very, very cute. Yeah. And very nostalgic at the same time. So, now these are my Nintendo plushies, and I think me and my brother got these because we saw some like YouTube videos of I think they were just skits with plushies doing specifically it was the Mario plushies, and they just do some random shenanigans. Yeah, I remember watching Mario Logan, and I'm pretty sure there's like other YouTubers who did the same thing as he does. Yeah, and as you can see, we don't have the same exact dolls as Super Mario Logan, because you can see these hooks right here. They're like for backpacks. I think the only thing I have in common with Super Mario Logan is Bowser Jr., since I think this is the same thing that Logan has. Yeah. Imagine Logan's voice coming out of this doll and crying. Or I'm not sure what the heck is going on with Super Mario Logan right now, since Nintendo sued the channel for its depiction of the characters, so he had to change it, change the characters to non-Nintendo characters. So kind of sad to see what happened to Logan. As you see these plushies before you, they came from a theme park called Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, and we got them as prizes from games. Like this Pikachu, this Pikachu was from Six Flags. I think I got this and this. Well, yeah. As you can see, the difference between these guys, he looks full. this guy looks wrinkly, and he's a story right. There's a story right why why it looks so deflated. It's because there's like a tear, like a torn area right there. Well, as you can see, it's sewn up because my mom and I noticed that there's some stuff falling from the foot, and my mom called my Lola. Well, Lola is Tagalog for grandmother, and my Lola, just to let you know, and my Lola, she brought her sewing kit and fixed his foot, and I was really happy that she came and solved this problem. And I will never forget that. And that's why this artifact is one of my few precious memories of my Lola before she passed away tragically, decorating her garden. Well, I'm not sure how to explain that, but it's more like it looked dangerous for an old woman for her, and that's how she passed away. Then I got more minion characters, except this one is the minion, and this one is the minion that's like injected by the blue serum. No, it's not blue, it's purple serum. That's like makes any organism into monsters from the movie Despicable Me 2. And I got those from probably Target or Walmart. I don't know, but it was just marketable plushies that you would find in a grocery store or whatever you call these things. So yeah, here's a Minecraft pig I got here, and as you can see, it's very cute. It's a baby pig, and I'm not sure why we got this. It was maybe me and my siblings liked the pig from Book of Life, Moana, or we just like Minecraft merchandise. But all I know is that this thing is cute. Now there are more minions I got from, except these are from Universal Studios Hollywood, and you could tell that it was probably they were like released during the time when Minions 1 is gonna be released, starring Scarlett Johansson. And I remember when my sister got this minion, she made it the first female minion to ever exist. And I remember like having a dispute about gender. Now looking back on it, it's like the subreddit, are the straights okay? Yeah. Yeah, those are cringe times, but nostalgic times at the same time. And those are more, I guess more like Despicable Me merchandise from Universal Studios Hollywood, except this was from when I went there in Christmas, so it was the Grinchmas, and I like the Grinchmas, especially on the studio tour where you see the Grinch himself. Yeah, I love this minion because it has that hat. And then Groove here, we got this because Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, that's a really fun ride. When you go there, I do recommend riding that ride, and it has a very wholesome story. Basically, like, how do I explain it? So Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, the riders are turned into minions, and our mission, I guess, like, we're just doing minion training until fuck, what was the girl's name? I know one of them is voiced by Selena Gomez or something, but I know that, but I'm not sure about the I think it was Agatha, the little girl though. It's like the hair that go like straight up. It was like she made this thing and she planned to give to Gru, and it was like it went out of her grasp, and we minions have to save it. And I don't know, the ride is fun, and at the end, Gru gets the gift made by Agatha. I think that's her name, and it was very wholesome, and that's why we got it, because it was a nice ride in Universal Studios. Now we have a Sonic plushie here, and this, I mean, if you press his abdomen, he's supposed to talk, but except I think the batteries are dead. But imagine that if I press his belly, Roger Craig Smith's voice like says some usual Sonic stuff from this plushie. And interestingly, I got this plushie for my trip to Disney World, and you may be wondering, where do you get a Sonic at Disney World? It was at Epcot, at the Japanese section. Yeah, and that's where I found this guy, in a Japanese store in Epcot. So yeah, now here's some Star Wars plushies, and I think like one of them, I think is from my sister or brother. I don't know, but I think one of them like the Ewoks, and this guy, I think I ordered him because like of the the thing where Force Awakens was about to be released, so I was like really hyped about that movie, and I bought this Chewie plushie because I really got into Star Wars. And I remember one time I bring it to Mendocino, and I don't know, it was a nice experience where I slept with it as a kid. To be honest with you, I remember this restaurant in Mendocino that had really good pizza. So if you like know the restaurant in Mendocino, just let me know in the comments. And then here's this Tails plushie, and if you're wondering why I have this, I don't know. Probably back then I was like thinking Sonic can't go around the world doing his thing without his buddy Tails, or I don't know. I just like Tails because he looks so cute. You know what I mean? It's a cute Tails. You know what I mean? He's so cute. Now I have a question. Which two of these plushies are not Tsum Tsums? I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, the answer is these guys are not Tsum Tsums. And why do we have these? I think my brother wanted to be different from me and my sister. And I think my sister got this guy. I mean, he's cute. Eeyore. You wouldn't think that guy who talks so monotone would be this cute as a Tsum Tsum. And right here, these are from specifically the sequel to Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, where there's a lot of like news where basically like there's a scene. It was more like a very short scene where basically we see like a lesbian couple, and that's about it. That's all I remember. And I remember like seeing the news were going really big about that lesbian thing in Finding Dory, if you remember what I'm talking about. And if you're wondering what I think of Finding Dory, I think I enjoyed it, especially the part where Hank and Dory they were driving the vehicle, and they went down to from the bridge, and the song "What a Wonderful World" by Louis Armstrong played. I mean, it was funny. Yeah. To be honest with you, this Bugs Bunny plushie I got from Six Flags Discovery Kingdom during my 8th grade trip. It was after like I graduated from 8th grade, and my school had a trip to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. There's a funny story behind this plushie, and I got this plushie from a game. Well, probably as a game, or like I kind of bought it from like the stores, But the reason I got this because, you know, it's Big Chungus. You know, I remember like seeing a group of, I think I remember seeing two 8th graders. Like they saw like the Bugs Bunny mascot and they're like, it's Big Chungus, you know. And I was like, oh, it's Big Chungus is funny, you know what I mean? Because Big Chungus is funny, guys. And I got this plushie because it's Big Chungus. It's Big Chungus. And oh god, okay, yeah, Big Chungus. And not only was, and that's like the only fun I had in Six Flags, because I didn't get to ride the roller coasters on that time because my friend Daniel, he was afraid to go on roller coasters, and the only ride he rode on was the drop ride in the Looney Tunes land, and it was like not that big, you know what I mean? And yeah, he was like really afraid of going to the roller coasters, and I wasn't able to like ride any roller coasters, so we kind of just hanging around, just walked around, and probably like just ate some sweets. And I think the only fun I had was just talking about Big Chungus with him, because it was funny. And the one thing most I will definitely remember about this plushie is that back when I was like, when my school was going home from Vallejo to Stockton, I remember this girl I liked named Kristen, and I showed her this, and she commented me that it was a cute plushie I had, and that stuck with me. And that same girl, Kristen, I befriended her in high school, in freshman, and then I'm not sure what the fuck happened, but we kind of just went our separate ways. I think the one thing that'll make me remember the most, the thing that stuck with me, is just how much I tried to be the best person so she could just like me back. I mean, I did tell her before, but she did not want to be in a relationship, and I tried to like make her fall in love with me by being the best person I tried to be, and that made her uncomfortable, and we decided to like split up, because I just realized that she did not want to be in a relationship with me. And I remember meeting her one time. It was during when our relationship between each other as friends is really fragile, and she told me something. It was a conversation that stuck with me. I went to her, she asked me what I want, and she tells me, I told her, she asked me what I want to do in life, and I told her I wanted to go to college, and she told me to go just focus on my education so I could be happy. But I told her that I can't be happy with her, and she told me, well, it's more like she asked me why I don't want to move on. I just told her I can't, because it kind of feels bad, but she did not understand why I thought moving on from her was bad. And then she asked me, do you think this, sorry, it really felt like a million years ago when thinking about my encounter with her, and then she asked me, do you want us to be special? And I asked her, yes, and she told me that we can't be, that we will no longer be friends, because she doesn't want to be special, and we have very different, our goals for each other are very different, and we split up, and for the rest of my senior year, I avoided her every time I see her, and thought miserably about it. And I just tried to find ways to like recover from that experience, and And if you follow my Instagram, you know the stories I made called Samsara Moon. That was created because of that event, and there's a lot of like revisions. First it was like about a what if, if she and I were together, and I decided to like gender swap the characters and change their names. And at first I tried to like make like a very allegorical story that's about like nihilism, basically the same thing as like Fight Club, and then it changed, and then it changed again to the way it is now, which is called Samsara Moon. But that did not help anything, and then something that healed me. There's something that healed me from what happened between me and Kristen. It was during the graduation. I saw her. It was like I was waiting in the gym with all the other students. I saw her, and I was like thinking to myself, should I tell her? Yeah. Like, those things where you say, I hope you have a nice future, or something like that. Yeah. Hope your future will be great. I was like thinking, should I say that to her? I knew this was only once in a lifetime, because I know that, because I really knew that I will not see her again because of what happened. So I came up to her and I say, I hope you have a great future. And I was surprised that she recognized me, and she even mentioned the stories I sent her, the Samsara Moon. Yeah, I sent her those stories. Well, I think only in the first 2 drafts that she only got, and she mentioned them. I never thought she would even remember. I did not think that she would even know that I sent her those stories to her, because I made her uncomfortable. I had like stalker behavior, but she seemed happy to see me. I don't know, maybe she was trying to be friendly, but it just felt so genuine. And I don't know, we weren't able to like talk to each other afterwards because it was time for the graduation ceremony to start, and that's the last interaction I had with her. I don't know, I guess that somehow healed me, I guess. And I have now more questions, maybe. I have more philosophies I could think of, Okay, now this is a Roy plushie I got from my trip to San Francisco in a place called Japantown. I found him in a toy store. It was like, I think like I went with my cousin, and he was like really interested in like military stuff, and he bought like, I think he was like paying for like his boat model. It was like a ship model. And when I looked around the store, I noticed this guy. Well, I never played Fire Emblem before. Only played a little bit in an emulator. Like this, where this guy came from. Only played a little bit from an emulator. But I mostly like know him because of Smash Brothers Ultimate, and he's one of my favorite characters to play as. My most favorite character is Cloud Strife, but this guy is really fun, because he's like one of the unique characters from in the Fire Emblem roster in Smash Brothers. I mean, there's Violet, Corrin, and Robin, but looking at this guy, he looks really unique than Mark and Lucina, because he got fire. He got the fire, man. And he also, like, this guy, he's cute because it's a plushie. Of course, they have to be cute. Also, yeah, he's also fun to play as in Smash Brothers Ultimate. now this is a plushie I got from my trip to New York. It was from a Disney store in New York in Times Square. And me wondering, who the fuck is this guy? And this is the orange bird. And you may ask, why would I get this guy? Where is he from? Well, it's not from a movie or show. It's more like a collaboration between Walt Disney and the Florida Orange Commission. No, it was not Orange. It was the Florida Citrus Commission. So it was like a citrus company in Florida and Walt Disney. It was like a collaboration for this guy, and he was like seen in Disney World. Yeah, just only Disney World, since it has to do with Florida. And this guy, like, it's like probably you would like see him if you're going to buy Dole Whip. You'll see this cute fruity bird. And this fruity bird has a really nice theme song sang by a lovely woman by Anita Bryant. You may wonder, why does this fruity bird have this value to you, mister? Remember that singer I mentioned, Anita Bryant, who sang a theme song for this fruity bird? You could say Anita Bryant is a very interesting person because back in the 70s, she ran a campaign called For the Children. And it may sound like it's innocent, except For the Children is very homophobic. Yes. The Anita Bryant, the singer for the Fruity Birds theme song, was very homophobic. And then back in the day, Florida was full of LGBTQ people, and they did not like Anita Bryant's campaign. Heck, even one time, Anita Bryant like had her face covered in pie by LGBTQ guy who did not like her for homophobic beliefs and stuff. And Disney and the Florida Commission, Citrus Commission, we're like, okay, we're not gonna do, we're not gonna be involved because. So, how do I explain it again? Okay, oh yeah. So Walt Disney and the Florida Citrus Commission, they're like, okay, we're not gonna be involved with that homophobic woman, and Disney removed this character from Walt Disney World, and it was never seen from again until years later. He returned to Walt Disney World, and I don't know. I'm not sure how they were able to get that back, but all I know is that Anita Bryant's granddaughter was lesbian. So imagine this woman named Anita Bryant who was homophobic, and she lost her career because of her for being homophobic, and years later her granddaughter is lesbian and she's happily married with a woman. That's one big loss for Anita Bryant, and that's why I have this fruity cute bird with me. At last, we have a plushie of Anya Forger from the anime Spy Family, or as other people call it, Spy X Family, because it's red like Spy X Family, but supposedly it's red like Spy Family. And my sister, who was an anime person like me, she corrected me on that, and I guess from now, for this video, I'm just gonna call it Spy Family, because that's what my sister always says, and she corrects me if I say Spy X Family. And I've watched the show, and I liked the show. It was very wholesome. And I found this plushie at Washington D.C. at the Spy Museum. My family went to the Spy Museum thinking it was a Smithsonian museum, except it was not Smithsonian. So that means you have to pay for it. So we did nothing but just go to the gift shop and looked around. And in the gift shop of the Spy Museum, I found this plushie and a Spy Family t-shirt. And my sister got a hat that had peanuts, because peanuts is Anya's favorite food. And So I got this plushie and the shirt, and I feel great about it because it was very interesting to think that they'll have a spy family in a gift store of a spy museum. I mean, why not? I mean, it's called the Spy Museum, so they gotta have some spy stuff. So, Spy Family makes sense because it had the main character, Lloyd Voyager, is a spy. Like, well, Lloyd Voyager is not his real name. He is called Twilight, but yeah, yeah, it has to do with spies. I mean, it's even in the name, Spy Family, and and if you don't know what that is, the show where a guy named Twilight, he goes undercover as a guy named Lloyd Forger. He adopts this girl named Anya, and unbeknownst to him and everyone else in the show, she can read minds. She's a telepath, so she can read your mind. Like right now, she's reading your mind, dear. She could see how much you want to fuck your Forger. And speaking of your Forger, Lloyd also marries a girl named Your Briar, who turns out, well, I guess like unbeknownst to him, Your Forger is a assassin named Twilight. Wait, no, it's not Twilight. It's an assassin named Thorn Princess, and Lloyd Forger's mission is to like just get information from a dude named Donovan Desmond, and like there's like ways to like so many ways where he could like extract information from that dude named Donovan Desmond. He would like probably like just try like probably like just trying to befriend him through like if Anya, I don't know, just watch the anime and you will love Spy Family. It's really cute. That is all for my demonstration of the plushies. Like and subscribe and put on the notification so this blue-haired lady, who forgot her name, but she will do the dishes and other chores for you. So subscribe, like, and put on the notification now.